So hey guys, welcome back to your own channel, and first of all many congratulations to the top 162 candidates who have qualified for the AFPI interview. Do let me know in the comment section of this video who have made it from our channel. I'm very happy to know from you all that our videos greatly helped you a lot. And the ones who couldn't make it, I want to tell you that AFPI is not the end. This was just a start and you all can forget it as a nightmare. NDA is dearly waiting for you all. Stay tuned to our channel for more such interesting videos for your future goals. So now coming on to our video, this video will be covering the best books for interview preparation, the fully elaborated interview instructions, complete study of your first stage of interview, that is the PPDT or Picture Perception and Description Test. It's exclusive super tips which I personally think that you will find nowhere on YouTube. So let's get started. Remember guys that now the interview is your last step to getting into AFPI. Make sure you master this small obstacle by giving your 200%. Now we will clear your most asked query of what book to follow. Before telling you about the book, first of all you must know that there is no specified book as such for AFPI, but there are umpteen number of books for the preparation of NDA. So now I will show you the two best books for you all which you can buy at this time to prepare for AFPI interview. Moreover, this book will also help you further in your NDA preparation. So there are double benefits. The link of the books are in the description where you can buy them at the best available price. So the first book is Breaking the Code of SSB Psychological Tests. I repeat, Breaking the Code of SSB Psychological Tests. This book is a killer book for you all since this book provides you a practice of 100 PPDTs. It means that if you practice this book at your final interview at AFPI, you would be writing your PPDT for the 101th time. Can you imagine this? 10 times more experience than the person who only prepared 10 PPDTs. If you don't know about PPDT, don't worry. Stay tuned with the video till the last. The second book is Get Success in SSB Interviews. I repeat, Get Success in SSB Interview. So this book aims at strengthening your personality skills, which will greatly be analyzed in your AFPI group discussion and your personal one-to-one interview. The links are in the description, garnished with the best rates. So now let's come on to our portion of fully elaborated interview instructions. First of all, let me answer the very big misconception which you all must be having in your mind. You must be thinking that AFPI gives more preference to the candidates who have a military background. But clearly speaking, AFPI considers each and every candidate to be equal irrespective of his or her family background. Even I don't have any army background or such relationships in my family for long. The following instructions can easily be perceived on AFPI's official website. But let's have a hawk's look at those instructions. First is the general instructions. So you all are the 10th batch of AFPI known as the Tenacious 10th. The dates for your following 5 batches of interviews are 28th and 30th Jan, 4th, 6th and 11th February. If necessary, the 6th batch can also be called at a later stage. Also remember that your medical will be on the very next day of your interview. Suppose your interview is on 28th Jan, so your medical will be on 29th January. So, as you all have watched the top 162 list, let me tell you that AFPI never reveals your marks. You could have observed that your merit list was not on the basis of ranks. It was arranged in the alphabetical order. So come with an open mind without thinking of your marks in the written exam. Your interview will be held at Maharaja Ranjit Singh Armed Forces Preparatory Institute itself, which is located in Sector 77 SAS Nagar, Mohali. Now here comes the main point that if for any unavoidable reasons you are unable to attend the interview on the very particular date due to a solid and a convincing reason like your board exams, health issues or anything, you must inform the Director AFPI at the earliest and definitely at least 2 clear days before your interview. And here, decision of the Director AFPI will be final and non-negotiable. Most probably, you will be shifted to your next batches. So, you would have noticed that there is a personal information form uploaded on the website. You must download it and fill it by yourself truthfully. See, armed forces mainly judge how truthful you are and how efficiently you can channelize your thoughts. And you will carry that personal information form with you in your interview. And also, your interview will be conducted by 3 highly decorated and trained officers, which are the group testing officer, the psychologist, and the director AFPI. If you don't know, your interview consists of first of all your PPDT, self-introduction, group discussion, and finally your personal one-to-one interview. Your personal talk or your self-introduction must include your personal pictures such as your name, age and hometown, brief details of family background, school in which studying, subjects being studied, favorite subject and least liked subject, best friend and why, sports, hobbies, your strengths and weaknesses, and why do you want to join AFPI. Your interview will mainly check your level of motivation, intelligence, aptitude, confidence, personality, expression, and your interaction. Your interview result will be declared on the same day by 5 pm. Candidates selected in the interview will perform the medical. Let me tell you that your parents or guardians may only accompany you to the interview center. While you will be performing interview, they will be accommodated well in the ante room of AFPI where the director AFPI will address your parents. They are not permitted to influence the selection procedure in any manner. For the interview, these are the following certificates which you have to bring with you, like your birth certificate, domicile certificate, certificate pertaining to proficiency in sports if any, certificate from your school showing marks obtained in the 9th class final exam and the 10th class marks obtained so far, and finally your proof of identity, Aadhaar card or school identity card. In addition to that, you must bring with you a clipboard, pen and some paper. Now you all would be thinking which dress is the most suitable for interview. If you ask me, as such, if you are properly dressed, no matter what clothes you wear, it will hardly impact your results. You should be suitably dressed in formal clothes. Your school uniform is allowed and I also wore that in my interview. PT shoes and slippers are not allowed, but be sure that your clothes are perfectly ironed and clean with your shoes neatly polished. AFPI will not provide you any accommodation facilities, so you will have to stay at some other place outside after the interview if you are selected for the medical. Candidates are advised to bring their own lunch, although AFPI will provide you with light snacks, refreshments and tea coffee. Make sure that you do not influence the selection procedure in any way, otherwise strict actions will be taken. Just concentrate on giving your best without thinking of the results. With this, we end up with our second part. Now let's come on to the most important part of this video, that is the complete study of the first stage of interview, the PPDT or picture perception and description test. For those who don't know what it is about, let me tell you what happens is when you reach to AFPI for giving your interview, first of all you all will be gathered at a single place and everyone's documents will be checked. You will be given your chest numbers accordingly. After this procedure, you all will be taken in a lecturate hall where starts your first stage of interview. What happens is that you all are seated by your chest numbers and the PPDT starts. In PPDT, you are shown a picture for 10 to 20 seconds and then the picture is removed. As soon as the picture is removed, you have to write a story or your description based on what is shown in the paper. You are given approximately 3 minutes to complete your writing. On the paper, first you are supposed to draw a box. In the box, you have to represent one by one each character by his gender, followed by his age and then his mood. For example, let's say there are 2 persons in the picture, one male and one female, and they seem to be 30 and 20 years old. So here, first you will make a box. According to your perception, you will write M. Here M denotes male, then behind that the age 25 to 30 years. Always remember not to give the exact date. Make sure you give a range of 10 years. And then behind that you will write a plus sign which indicates positive mood. Now the mood of your characters depends upon your story. But make sure your story is always positive and there is no negative happenings in your story. Similarly, for the female, you will write F, then 15 to 25 years, then plus sign. So these are the basic rules of the beginning. Don't worry, if there is any change in that, you will get prior instructions before the PPT starts. After you have made your box, then behind that you will write the theme of your story. And then you have to start writing your story. Make sure your story is precise and to the point so that you don't waste much of your time in writing, since you will get only 3 minutes to write this whole structure. I hope that you all got the basic idea of PPT. If you still didn't get that, don't worry. In this video, I will show you my personally solved 3 PPT examples, including that one which I personally got in my AFPA interview 2019, which will clarify all your doubts. So before I show you the examples, always remember these 4 following golden points. First, the art of writing PPT will only come by practicing and only practicing them. For that, I have provided the book's link in the description where you will get 100 such PPTs. At my time, you won't believe that I solved 250 to 300 PPTs before my interview. So at my interview, I had such practice that when my fellow mates were thinking what to write, I was writing at the moment. And when they completed 75% of their writing, I was revising my matter. So now you would have got the point how practice helps you to such a great extent. Second thing, your story must have a link between the past, present and future. It means that in your story you must state what has happened, what is happening and what is the positive outcome after that. The third thing, your story must yield common good. It means that your story should not only help the characters in the picture but also the society. And the fourth thing, make sure you name your characters in the story. A trick to that is to name those characters with the names of your close friends so that you may never forget it. The thing why I am telling this is only because that after writing your story, in the next stage of the interview, that is your self-introduction talk, you will also narrate your story in front of all without looking at the paper. So, to learn everything about it, let's solve the first PPT which appeared in my 2019 AFPA interview. I will give you an insight about what the picture is. So this picture is of 4 persons who are climbing on a hill. So my story theme was an expedition to Mount Everest. And it started as Gurpreet was a dedicated person. He had a company of 3 friends which were also as diligent as him. All 4 of them had a dream to climb the Mount Everest. So, to execute their dream, they took training from professionals and then started their expedition. And with their cooperation, confidence and direction specified hard work, they finally reached at the top of Mount Everest and then unfurled the Indian national flag, Tiranga. And that's all, 72 words. And now let's analyze deeply what I had written. So first, I told you that there must be a link between past, present and future. So here, past was that they had a dream to climb Mount Everest. Presently, they were climbing it. And in future, they reached the top and unfurled the Tiranga. Now let's see the common good. When they reached the top, they were recognized and hence once again our India was recognized in the whole world by those 4 climbers. Next thing is the name. So I gave the name of only the main characters. Rest others I expressed them as a company or a group. So it's not important to give names to all characters. Just highlight only your main character like I did here. Another things which you can notice in my video is that it is logical. I didn't say that they started the climb blindly, but first they took training from the professionals. Moreover, I also specified 3 officer-like qualities in my story that were cooperation, dedication and direction specified hard work. So, as you can clearly see, I highlighted all the points mentioned above. Now, I strongly believe that you all got my points very well. Now what I will do in next stories is that I will give you the rough drafts. You have to frame the story and tell me those 3 points in the comment section. Or you can even make your own story. The persons who will give the answers will be treated as very passionate to join armed forces. Let's see who writes. Now let's come on to our second picture perception. I'm sorry for the blurry picture, but on clearly noticing, you can perceive that there are two old men in the picture. So let me tell you my rough draft for that. Both are male, both are aged between 60 to 65 years. The old man on the right is my main character. Hence, the story begins as such. One day, Rishabh, a retired official in the village Jodh, was reading newspaper when suddenly there came a puzzled old man who could not find his way towards his daughter's home, which was in the next to next town. The traveller was puzzled and asked Rishabh the right route. After getting the correct address, the traveller thanked Rishabh and went away. Then Rishabh started thinking of such puzzled travellers who crossed his village daily but couldn't find the exact routes. So Rishabh then talked with the village sarpanch, and with the effective help of the villagers, milestones were laid in their village for different routes. And that's it. Now it's your task to find those 3 points: link between past, present, future, common good, naming, and the others. And when you get those, make sure you comment what you perceived from this video. The next PPTT is a homework for you all. You all have to write it by your own. But please make sure that you follow all these points very carefully. And I ensure you that by keeping these points in your active mind, you will bang on in PPTT. These points will separate you from others in the interview. So here we end up with a stage 1. You have now mastered the stage 1. Make sure you check the description of the books to gain more knowledge, practice and experience of the stage 1. I will meet you soon on the next video on stage 2. I'm really sorry because I had to postpone that ICSE last 20 days strategy to the next week. So till then, stay happy, stay tuned, all the very best. The interview is now under your control.